Thank you. Okay, so for this meditation, I'd like you to make sure that you're sitting comfortably, okay? Because you're going to be seated with your eyes closed. So sitting comfortably with both feet resting on the floor, hands sitting comfortably, resting comfortably on your lap, and preferably not touching, okay? Just settle yourself into a nice posture there and relax, okay? And so, I'd like you to take in a nice deep breath. Hold it for a moment and exhale. And as you exhale, just close your eyes and relax. That's it. I'd like you now to be aware of your breathing. Notice the rhythm and pattern of your breath. Think for a while. Just be contented to contemplate your breathing more deeply. Now, begin by paying attention to the whole of your body as one. From the top of your head, all the way down to your fingers and down into your toes. Be aware of your body as one, every nerve, every muscle, and every fiber. And don't try to change anything. And don't try to stop anything from changing. Some things can change just by being observed. Just be content to notice whatever you notice and feel whatever you feel. Just like being a detached observer. As you continue to relax, turn your attention deeper within and become more aware of your body until you can almost imagine how you look right now, sat there in that chair. Begin to picture yourself as if seeing from the outside. And now just imagine that you're taking a step back from yourself and looking at yourself. It really doesn't matter how vividly you can picture yourself, it's just the intention. Just the idea that matters. Imagine you can see your body posture. You can see your facial expression. You can see the color and style of your clothing. Now keep looking at that image of yourself resting there. And imagine your own feet are now gently leaving the ground. And you begin floating really upwards, slowly and continuously rising upwards. All the while, your gaze keeps returning to your own body, now seated there below you as you rise above it. Keep looking down towards your body, now seated there below you, looking as you float higher and higher. And soon you float through the roof and the ceiling disappears, allowing you to float freely upwards. Gazing down now, you see yourself through the building, seated comfortably below, looking contented and contemplative. You see all the rooms, and you see any other people that are around you. As you continue to float gently higher and higher, your perspective widens more and more until you see the whole surrounding area. You see all the buildings nearby from above. And you can even see people in buildings and in the street and on the roads. And you observe people far below, working or walking along the pavement, or people cycling or driving their cars, or those traveling on buses. And you begin to contemplate the whole network of human lives and how people everywhere are interacting with each other and influencing each other and encountering each other in different ways. Now floating higher, people become as small as ants below. Rising up into the clouds, you see the whole of the surrounding region beneath you. You see both towns, you can see the countryside, and gradually the coastline comes into view as your perspective becomes more and more expansive. You float gently above the clouds. You see the whole of the surrounding region beneath you, the whole of the island. You float more and more upwards. Everything becomes more and more expansive. You float gently above the clouds, above the weather, and through the upper atmosphere of the planet Earth. So high that you eventually rise beyond the stratosphere of the planet itself and into outer space. And you look back towards planet Earth and see it suspended in space before you, silently turning, resplendent in all its majesty and beauty. You see the whole of your home planet, the blue of the great oceans, and the brown and green of the continental land masses. You can see the white of the polar ice caps, the north and the south. You see grey wisps of cloud that pass silently across the surface of the earth. You can no longer see yourself from so far above. You know and feel that you are down there on earth below, and that your life is important, and what you make of your life is important. Your change in perspective changes your view of things, your values and priorities. You contemplate all the countless living beings upon the earth. The population of the planet now is nearly 8 billion people. You realize that your life is just one among many, one person among the total population of the earth. You think of the rich diversity of human life on earth, the many languages spoken by people of different races, in different countries, people of all different ages, newborn infants, elderly people, and people in the prime of life. You think of the enormous variety of human experiences. Some people right now are unhappy, and some people are happy. You realize how richly varied the tapestry of human life before you seems. And yet, as you gaze upon the planet Earth, you are also aware of its position within the rest of the universe. A tiny speck of stardust, adrift in the immeasurable vastness of cosmic space. This world of ours is merely a single planet, a tiny grain of sand by comparison with the endless tracts of cosmic space. A tiny rock in space revolving around our sun. The sun itself, just one of countless billions of stars which punctuate the velvet blackness of our galaxy. You think about the present moment on Earth and see it within the broader context of your life as a whole. You think of your lifespan as a whole in its totality. You think of your own life as one moment, enormous lifespan of mankind. Hundreds of generations have lived and died before you, and many more will live and die in the future, long after you yourself are gone. Civilizations too have a lifespan. You think of the many great cities which have arisen and been destroyed throughout the ages. Your own civilization as one in a series. perhaps in the future to be followed by new cities, peoples, languages, cultures, and ways of life. You think of the lifespan of humanity itself, just one of countless billions of species living upon the planet. Mankind rose as a race 200,000 years ago. And animal life itself first appeared on Earth over 4 billion years ago. Contemplate time as follows. Realize that if the history of life on Earth filled an encyclopedia 1,000 pages long, the life of the entire human race could be represented by a single sentence somewhere in that book. Just one little sentence in 1,000-page book. And yet, we think of the lifespan of the planet itself, countless billions of years old. The life of the planet Earth, too, has a beginning, it has a middle, and an end. Formed from the debris of an exploding star unimaginably long ago, one day in the distant future, its destiny is to be swallowed up and consumed by the fires of our own sun. And you think of the great lifespan of the universe itself, the almost incomprehensible vastness of universal time. Some say, starting with a cosmic explosion, a big bang, they say, immeasurable ages ago in the past. Perhaps one day at the end of time, this whole universe will implode upon itself and disappear once again. Who can imagine what, if anything, might follow at the end of time, in the wake of our own universe's demise? Contemplating the vast lifespan of the universe, remember that the present moment is but the briefest of instants, blink of an eye, the turn of a screw, a fleeting second in the mighty river of cosmic time. Yet the here and now is important, standing as the center point of all human experience. Here and now you find yourself at the center of living time. Though your body may be small in the grand scheme of things, your imagination, the human imagination, is as big as the universe, bigger than the universe, enveloping everything that can be conceived. From the cosmic point of view, your body seems small, but your imagination seems utterly vast. You contemplate all things, past, present, and future. You see your life within the bigger picture, the total context of cosmic time and space. The totality is absolute reality. You see yourself as an integral part of something much bigger, something truly vast, the all itself. Just as the cells of your own body work together to form a great unity, a living being, so your body as a whole is like a single cell in the organism of the universe. Along with every atom in the universe, you necessarily contribute your role to the unfolding of its grand design. As your consciousness expands and your mind stretches out to reach and touch the vastness of eternity, things change greatly in perspective, and shifts occur in their relative importance. Trivial things seem trivial to you, and indifferent things seem indifferent. And the significance of our own attitude towards life becomes more apparent. You realize that life is what you make of it. You learn to put things in perspective and focus on your true values and priorities in life. One stage at a time, You develop the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, and the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You follow nature, your own true nature, as a rational, truth-seeking human being, and the one great nature of the universe as a whole. Now, in a moment, you are beginning to sink back down to earth, towards your place in the here and now. Part of you can remain aware of the view from above, and always return to remember that sense of serenity and perspective. Now you begin your descent back down to face the future with renewed strength and serenity. You sink back down through the sky, down, down, down through the clouds, down towards the local area, down, 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 down into your building, down, down, down. You sink back gently into your body in the chair, all the way now, as your feet slowly come to rest upon the floor once again. Now think about the room around you, and think about action, think about movement. Maybe you want to wiggle your body a little bit. Think about getting your orientation back, maybe raising your head a little, giving yourself a little shake. And begin to breathe a little bit more deeply, a little bit more energetically. Let your body feel more alive and ready for action, breathing in energy and vitality into your body. Breathing now a little deeper and deeper again, until you're ready to take a last deep breath. And in a moment, you will open your eyes and emerge from this meditation, taking your mindfulness and self-awareness forward into life, beginning now, taking a deep breath, and open your eyes now. And when you're ready, returning to the here and now with deep calm and serenity. Are we all back in the room?